Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good evening. My name is Chelsea Sarah, and on behalf of our class, I'd like to welcome you to the 2019 Belvedere 8th grade graduation ceremony. Thank you all for coming out and sharing this huge, memorable night with us. I know that I can speak for all of us when I say that we are beyond blessed for all the support and patience given from our families and teachers. We experienced such an amazing time being in middle school, times we'll always remember. We owe so much gratitude for the people who helped us get to this point in our lives. For instance, our parents, siblings, teachers, and administration all played a big role in making an impact in all of our lives. We would like to thank you for all of our successes throughout middle school. It is because of you that our accomplishments and goals are within our reach. Standing here today means that we allowed the positives in our lives to overrule the negatives. To my class and to everyone who came here today, I ask that you all continue to spread happiness around you. Work hard, spread joy, and set goals along the way. As a school, I think we can all agree that growing up in such a close, small community was fortunate, and we all found some support. I consider my class another family, and that's something not everyone can feel about his or her school. So I'd like to thank you all for the happiness you brought me and countless others. High school will be challenging, but to my classmates, keep striving towards your dreams. I would like to welcome some important members of our audience tonight. First, I would like to welcome our teachers sitting in the first few rows. Mr. Carabinas, our principal, Mr. McInerney, the president of the Board of Education, and other board members who have joined us tonight. They have all made our lives at Belvedere Elementary the best they could be. We also want to thank Mr. Reed for tonight's beautiful processional music. I am looking forward to hearing some advice from our guest speakers, Emma Beanie and Tiffany Path, as well as speeches from two members of our graduating class, Kylie Crisafulli and Allie Tiedemann. This year, our 8th grade class voted for two graduation speech topics we thought were important to us. Our first 8th grade speaker, Kylie Crisafulli, will explain the importance of being who you are.
Thank you, Chelsea. Hello, my name is Kylie Crisafulli, and I will be talking about what it means to be perfect. For some, perfect may be straight teeth or fancy outfits, or maybe even expensive brands and being popular. All of these answers are false. There is no such thing as perfect. The definition of perfect, meaning having no flaws and being correct in every way. How can one achieve these standards? The truth is, you can't. Being perfect is a word that cannot define anyone. Our differences make us who we are. We learn and grow from our mistakes to make sure they don't happen again. In high school, I know it's okay to be different and not be the standard of perfect. I want my class to know you don't have to be perfect to succeed in life. You will fail and make mistakes, and that's okay. The important thing is to get back up again. Don't give up if things are not perfect. To sum up, what I'm trying to say is there's no such thing as perfect. Stop holding on to the idea because it doesn't exist. Whether it's or an A in history, be the best you can be. Set your standards high and always try your best and you will go far. I, for one, am excited about the new experiences ahead, and I'm curious to see how we grow as young adults in the upcoming years. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you for reminding us how important it is to be true to ourselves. I would now like to introduce our second student speaker of the evening, Allie Tiedemann, who will talk about not giving up, but rising up.
Thank you, Elijah. Hello, my name is Allie Tiedemann, and today I'm going to talk to you about not giving up. What is giving up? Giving up is to stop trying. I know that at least one time we have all thought that we are not good enough at something, or we can't do it, so we just give up. We have our ups and downs, but really we should always have ups. In Belvedere, we are a family, and we support each other so much, even when something goes wrong. We should help each other look on the bright side and see what is going to happen next. Our class has grown together in the past few years, and we are not going to be in the same classes like we were in middle school. When we are in high school, I hope that everyone stays positive and looks on the bright side of things. Have fun in high school, but don't give up on your grades or on your friends. We are a family here, and if you need help, don't stop trying because we are always here for you. If we ever said that we were going to do badly on a test or this project is terrible, someone would always encourage us to not give up but rise up. Don't let people tell you that you can't do it or you're bad at this. You should always use those doubts and turn them into lessons that you can use in the years ahead. Just as Stephen Hawking said, it matters if you just don't give up. I congratulate everyone here, and I thank you for an amazing year, and I wish you the best of luck in high school. And remember to never give up, but rise up. We are the future high school class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. We would now like to introduce our Board of Education President, Mr. McInerney, who will also offer us some advice about our futures.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, graduates. Just a few words. First of all, to the families and friends, thank you for being here, and thank you for all of your support to our graduating class. These next 4 years are going to fly by. Our best advice we can provide is this is really now an opportunity to get involved, become engaged in your school, look to take on new challenges and new experiences. Get involved through either sports, athletics, or civic participation. This is also a time where you want to choose your friends wisely. As I often used to say to my own children, your friends are like elevators. They can bring you up or they can take you down. So every day you should really strive to be the very best person that you can possibly be. Just a few simple rules going into high school. Continue to work hard. Always be a good listener. Always be open to new ways of doing things and new opportunities to learn. And perhaps most important, always be kind. I leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small compared to what lies within us. On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations to the class. We look forward to hearing many good things about you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McInerney, for those inspiring words. We appreciate everything you and our board members do for our schools. At this time, we would like to invite Mr. Karabinas, our elementary principal, to the podium so we can address our graduating class.
Welcome. Welcome to promotion ceremonies of class of 2019. First, I want to start with thanking a few people who started to organize and put a lot of efforts in tonight. First, Mr. Barrick, Mr. Hoyt, and his entire crew who got everything set and ready, to the PTO for their gracious contribution to the 8th grade class, to the teachers and staff of Oxford Street, in particular Ms. Weber, Ms. Zekas, DJ Jazzy Fran. Well, you hear the music tonight, it's pretty good. Mostly 90s, late 80s. And Team Schnetzler. Team Schnetzler does a ton of stuff for the entire Oxford Street School, and her team came together with the programs and helped out a ton. All the parents of the 7th and 8th grade class for organizing the reception, the dance, and the 8th grade promotion committee. Mrs. Godleski putting the program together and doing a ton of behind the scenes work to make sure tonight went off without a hitch. A huge thank you. When you go over to the reception, you will see printouts by Oxford Street Inc., also Mr. Feldman, who organized all the 8th grade posters. A huge thank you to all of them for printing everything out for us. Mr. McInerney, Mr. Kruba, Mr. Matlock, Ms. Pell, the entire Board of Education, for doing everything to help contribute to the education of these fine individuals up here on the stage. When this time of year comes around, I find myself thinking about the meaning of what happens to bring us to this moment. Importantly, what the future holds for the class of 2019. I think about all the hard work these individuals on this stage, the challenges they face, the excellence that they've achieved, the triumphs, the individual stories, the fun, the funny stories, and above all, their individual vision. Behind me sits an extremely well-rounded group of individuals. Oxford Street class of 2019 and future Belvedere High School class or other school class of 2023, congratulations. As I reflect on the 18-19 school year, more specifically the class of 2019, I always come back to the core values of this district that I've been connected to for approximately 44 years, actually 39, but who's counting, is the district statement of purpose of celebrating our past and empowering our future. And our future is sitting on the stage right now. The class of 2019, your time at Oxford Street has come to an end, but with every ending, you guys will find there is a great new beginning. Next year, you'll be moving on to more opportunities, more experiences. Take advantage of all your opportunities presented to you and continue to gain the experiences that you've already shaped into the outstanding young adults that you are today. I always go back to the late, great Karen Carpenter, as she always said and sang, we've only just begun, okay? And now as a class alumni of class of 1993, I give 3 pieces of advice to every 8th grade class promoting to the high school. And there are 3 just fundamentals of Belvedere High School. 1, no matter what anybody tells you, scarlet and white is the official color of the school, black is not the official color, okay? Next, when you're in high school, when you travel outside of Warren County, you will be asked what a county seater is. Make sure you know the answer, okay? And last, Raccoon is the mascot and Bandit is his name, but we are the county seaters. You will be able to explain that to people, okay? Guys, congratulations to each and every one of you, and best of luck. I'll see you in the halls of Belvedere High School.
Having some technical difficulties. Thank you so much for the continued support and encouragement, Mr. Carabinas. At this time, we would like to introduce one of our guest speakers, Emma Beanie, a senior at Belvedere High School who will be graduating tomorrow night. Emma has been a member of the National Honor Society and Extended Learners in high school. Through the years, she's really not only excelled in academics, but as an accomplished swimmer. She was Belvedere's swim team captain, state qualifier, Skyland Conference Scholar Athlete, 3 times MVP swimmer, 7 times record holder. Emma's also a Hunter and Warren Sussex swim champion. Please join me in welcoming Miss Emma Beanie to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Emma Beanie. The way I achieved my goals throughout high school was by being true to myself. And if you take anything from what I say today, please let it be, stay true to yourselves. Belvedere is a small school. Everyone knows everyone, and sometimes they think they know you better than you know yourself. It is easy to be branded and stereotyped. What I hope for each of you is that you do not let this small town hold you back, but instead take advantage of just how tiny Belvedere is. In a lot of other schools, I have seen students who are discouraged from taking certain classes and doing multiple sports, activities, or clubs because there's only so many spots on a sport team, or parts in a play, or desks in a classroom. In a big school, you become a number that your career is dictated by. Here at Belvedere, you're a person. So I urge you all not to squander the opportunity Belvedere gives you to go to your teachers for one-on-one help. Take that honors class even if you're unsure you can handle it, then even shoot for an AP class. Become a 3-sport athlete. Join the swim team if you've never even swam. At Belvedere, nothing is impossible. Be courageous and bold. Do not let anyone discourage you, tell you it is too much or too difficult, because at Belvedere High School, you have the opportunity, and that is all you need. High school does not determine who you are, but is an important factor in becoming who you want to be. So, as I stated earlier, if you take anything from this, stay true to yourself.
Thank you so much for your advice, Emma. We would now like to introduce our second Belvedere High School graduating senior, Tiffany Path. Tiffany was on this very stage 4 years ago, just like us, wondering where her high school years will take her. Tiffany joined several clubs throughout her years in high school and was honored to be invited to others. She was a member of the community service group, the Leo Club. Tiffany also joined Students Against Destructive Decisions, Environmental Club, Extended Learners, and Student Government. She was inducted into the National Honor Society and the Tri-M Music National Honor Society. Tiffany is one of Belvedere High School's top 10 students in the senior class. Please join me in welcoming Miss Tiffany Path to our stage.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Path. Something that has stuck with me throughout high school and I believe will continue to influence me was a video shown to me in my behavioral science class during one of my underclassmen years. It was inspired by David Foster Wallace's commencement speech at Kenyon College in 2005. The story in the video goes that there are two young fish swimming along who pass by an older fish. The older fish asks them, "How's the water?" And the two younger fish just nod and swim along for some time after. After a while, the two young fish stop and wonder, what the heck is water? The principle of the story is to establish that the obvious is often the most real and overlooked. We must face reality bluntly and acknowledge the very prominent truth, which is that we often go through life subconsciously, not registering the moment, just simply going through the motions to get by. People talk about just how quickly high school flies by, and this is because of hindsight. In the moment, you feel as though the clock in your 8 a.m. English class has frozen over, but on the last day of freshman year, you wonder how the time has passed. You wonder what would have happened if you had joined that club, studied a little harder for that final, started a new sport, or made more friends. The same will happen sophomore, junior, and especially senior year. The routine of high school in the moment will make it feel as though it will be a constant part of your life. The bell schedules, the shutting of the lockers, and the pep rallies. This is why we tell ourselves to do better next year. It's because we are constantly reminded that high school is preparing us for our future, that we should be planning our next move. As a result, many of us forget to be present due to the seemingly never-ending checklist of things to do, tests to study for, colleges to visit, and exams to prep. As you're getting ready to enter high school, I urge you to make conscious decisions and to be present. Thoroughly think about the lectures you have in class. Draw conclusions, ask questions, and listen to your friends. Yes, you have a history test tomorrow, a project, and a chemistry lab due, but always remember to be present. Don't get stuck in the monotony. Get involved, branch out, challenge yourself, embrace new opportunities, and grow. This is the time to try new things. I urge you to remind yourself, amidst the craziness of high school, that 4 years really do fly by. Soon, you'll be ready for the next exciting chapter of your lives, but it'll be okay. You'll be ready. Just remind yourself that this is water. Thank you.
Thank you for those encouraging words, Tiffany. We will be sure to take your advice. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Karabinas, Mr. McInerney, and Ms. Weber to please come to the podium for the presentation of our class and for the awarding of certificates.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Belvedere Elementary School's Class of 2019. Chelsea May Sarah. Elijah Cook. Michaela Ray Serrata Shapiro. Jacob Brian Hatchman. Kylie Ann Crisafulli. Allie Tiedemann. Tala Abdullah. Jessica Byrne. Kayla Jolie Connors. Riley Danker. Lila Arden Devine. Madison Eva Dunn. Blake Hoffman. Olivia Mills Howie. Hunter Blaze Kane. Andrew Lewis. Cavanna Chardonnay Little. Benjamin Margolis. Joshua Edward Matlock. Russ Edward Maxwell. Daniel Miller. Autumn Honey Averco. Connor Pennell. Alexander Rodriguez. Dylan Rowe. Josephine Rupert. Camilo Stefan Sanchez Espinosa. Haley Madison Super. Mina Bell Super. William James Susko III. Christopher R. Wirt. Samuel Adam Zimgrodsky. Ladies and gentlemen, I now like to present to you the future high school class of 2023. Please be seated.
Before we close, I would like to spend a few minutes thanking everybody who helped us reach this point. To all of our family, friends, and teachers, thank you. Middle school is said to be some of the worst years of school, but you all made it easier by taking time out of your day to talk or helping to show us ways to be better people. You are here to help, and that's why we're grateful. We would like to mention a special thank you to Mr. Reed for the procession and recession music, as well as Mr. McInerney, Mr. Carabinas, Emma Beanie, and Tiffany Path for taking part in our ceremony tonight. I would also like to thank Kylie and Allie for their remarkable and moving words. Please give them another round of applause. To the people who are graduating 8th grade with me, I would like to tell you congratulations. We made it. When I look at all of you, I see talented and kind people who are more than ready to be freshmen in high school. And before we know it, we will be standing all together again while we graduate high school. Every teacher and parent here wants to see all of us grow up and be successful. As they send us to high school, there is no doubt they will miss us all. In these past 8 years, I have met and shared moments with some of the most amazing people, and I hope it was the same for all of you. If anything happens during the next 4 years, there is no doubt that you will be able to confide in those who sit next to you. With absolute confidence, they will help. We invite everyone to meet us in the Oxford Street Gym for our reception, photo opportunities, and a celebration of our middle school success. Congratulations to our high school class of 2023. Thank you and farewell.